Oh, John, actually. Just realizing the camera's pointing straight at me. Trying
Right at
to
the back
figure
of
out
your
a
head.
good spot
Oh, yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Put it right up here, maybe.
So get your computer for you taking the minutes.
I know. I left my computer outside.
Outside.
I know.
I just bought the laptop too. I probably shouldn't leave it outside.
Okay, I think we're live.
And
Excited.
we're live.
Okay. Well, first thing I'll do is
You know how Boydard has a stack of books holding up a window?
Oh yeah, they're around.
It's a nice touch. A little Jenga beside it? Yeah. The whole fitness Jenga. It's art.
Yeah, you wouldn't care. Oh yeah, I tried watching this today, but it didn't work.
Oh well, it was just a warning that we were gonna go live soon.
I love Gary. I love you. I hope he keeps this. That's what we should vote on first.
You're keeping his logo?
Yeah.
So,
Gary, we just voted to force you to keep that logo forever and ever.
What logo?
Your
Your dick logo.
limp dick grinder.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, you can't change your name. but-
Compliments of Boyd for making it for me.
Yeah.
And I'm all too happy to be the limp dick grinders forever.
alright, let's see if I.
It's just
Oh, I do here.
It gets harder when you're doing better. It's so great. I mean, it's fantastic.
So interactive. I love it.
Yeah.
The little half smile, the
Yeah.
semi-chub
The
grinders.
smirk, yeah.
Oh.
Well, that's good stuff. I don't think anybody's in the live stream, but we're going live. We're live anyway.
That's fine.
Oh.
Fuck it, we'll do it live. Fuck it.
Okay. So, Commissioner's Address, welcome. Thank you everybody for being here
Oh,
today.
thank you. Thank
and
you.
Making it today. Just like to acknowledge who our current roster of general managers is. We've got myself. We've got Mr. Conman Cam. We've got Mr. John.
Mr. John.
John has no nickname.
We've got Gary.
Nobody gave me a nickname yet?
No.
Where's the
Oh.
camera?
Right here, I think.
Oh, hold on.
Okay.
Actually, I forgot. I prepared some visuals. Conman Cam Day.
Oh, there you go.
Jason, Van, Jay, Janetti, all nicknames as far as I'm
There
concerned.
you go.
Gary, Glenn Barrett, Batman, aka the Commissioner, myself,
That's
Actual
so hilarious
commissioner.
when I made that up for you.
John Snow,
Commissioner.
Informer by Snow. That's what I'm thinking. Pat, Pussy Steak Wilson, Jeff, Jason's burner account Hepasol. 100% convinced.
Yeah.
And Mark Purple Flute Kirby, aka the Champ. And then finally we've got some new additions. Adam Crapper, Crapperoda, Mason Jar Carter, that's what I've called him. We've got Max Andrew Sluggo Dean
Woo! Yeah, Buckshot Lake.
and Brendan St. James.
You sick, twisted fuck.
We're up to 12.
Welcome
We've
to the
got
shit
12.
show.
We're getting real. League philosophy. Don't be afraid to alienate yourself amongst your peers.
That's
Nobody's going to
Yeah.
judge you any harder than you judge yourself.
That's a killer.
Mid-season rule changes can happen. They have happened. 8 people need to vote on it. Next edition of the league. Oh yeah, this is I gotta read this. Waiver style. John, Crapper, and Brendan, Jeff with Mason, Glenn with Andrew, and Jason with Jeff are now at the back of the lineup for nominations. Non-original members will need to be in the league for 3 seasons before being placed in the waiver queue to add their friends, I think.
Yeah, sure.
Just to
That
kind
seems
of
legitimate.
nip that in the bud.
Yep.
Remaining waiver wire order is based on standings in the previous season. Seems
Fine.
if it ever happens, if we need to add new members, it's probably not.
Yeah, this is not going to come up.
Analytics videos. Oh yeah, I figured I'd throw this in there.
Oh, these are so money.
Yeah.
Let's see.
This is my Pornhub.
Okay, so.
Pornhub's great because you can cast to the TV.
Oh, you can. You can cast from any website. Man.
Yeah.
No, X
And I know
videos
you
you
probably
can't
only
cast
do
to
it
the
for that
TV.
website.
Not
so you
next
can't
videos,
do it on
boy.
anyway.
If you have,
Glenn's
you're
just
using it on
only ever
Chrome,
done it with
you can just
Pornhub.
do what I'm doing right now and cast your whole Chrome tab.
Oh, okay. I just like it's easy with Pornhub.
It is.
They make
Click a
it
little
so
button and it
accessible,
works.
yeah.
Yeah, and it's more
Honestly,
exciting than just watching it on.
Even an idiot
We're
could
trying
do
to
it.
get a Pornhub deal, like a sponsorship.
Yeah,
Although
that'd
if
be
you,
great.
you can keep talking about it.
Advertising's great.
We've grown as a league. We switched to head-to-head. We had the TBHL. We had the Corona Cup. For a small second there, we had Backdoor Pucks 9, which actually
Yeah.
made sense for a punt
Yeah.
until Kirby was not available and we had to redraft the week later.
that was
We're now
unfortunate.
up to a 12-member league, which is full legitimate
We have
status.
friends,
Yeah.
finally.
So, like,
Yeah, we're like an actual hockey league now.
I think it speaks to the league that so many people were able to get people in on a $100 buy-in, that
Yeah.
they felt comfortable talking to their friends.
It helps
and
when you
inviting
don't
them in.
actually have to put $100 down.
You just
Right.
gotta, you just gotta pay the winner.
It's like driving the
Yeah.
car off the lot with no down
Eventually.
payment.
Before we get into Keeper League talk, Keeper League ideas, just keep in mind we want to make drafting young a big part of it. We want smart drafting as well, like Darnell Nurse.
Smart, very smart.
A couple years ago he might have been. A couple years ago.
This is just your pitch for the new.
I don't even know who this
system.
guy is.
That's Cole Caulfield.
Yeah. I had to look him up.
Duh.
We also want to project talent. We also want to make sure that we're getting
It's
the
more
right
at
people.
Cedar.
Yeah, it's nothing more serious.
So, we're setting
Uh,
precedent for these keeper rules.
I know
So,
hockey, okay?
we've already discussed it a little bit outside
Who did you
prior
say
to
you
the
Cole Caulfield.
prior to the meeting. But keeper proposal. At the end of the season, each GM selects their keepers. Each keeper will take the place of a draft pick in the following draft. The round of the pick will be one round earlier than the keeper player had been selected in the previous draft. So we've already kind of discussed that. That's part
Yeah,
one.
we've already agreed on that.
That seems legit. This
I
means
think, right?
each
cool
subsequent
with
draft. We'll vote when we get to that.
Right. Very
But
well.
each subsequent draft, that keeper will occupy a position in a lower round by one. So every year afterwards, it'll be lower. Any first round selection will not be eligible for keeper status the following offseason. Any second round pick will take up a first round slot in that following draft and be ineligible in the subsequent draft, etc. Any undrafted player will take up a last round slot depending on how many players we have on our roster, effectively be eligible for keeping up to 18 to 20 seasons depending on how we roll. This is up for debate. Once a player is dropped, not traded, they can be kept as an undrafted player by the team that picks them up, or they will retain the position that they were drafted in that year. And Cam and I discussed it briefly, and we think the latter is probably
Yeah.
more
Yes, agreed.
conducive, but we can talk about it. So, for example, if I draft somebody in the 16th round and
Drop him.
I drop him, Glenn picks him up,
He represents the
does he,
16th round.
yeah, or the 15th in the next
15th in the
season.
next season.
Or is he now an undrafted player that comes in at the 24th round?
He keeps his original value.
That's okay.
Yeah, his draft value, unless he was undrafted, obviously. But
Yeah,
yes.
okay. If he was drafted the previous year, then that draft.
That, yeah.
and I'll just add to that. That makes it a
easier
lot
to track.
easier to track.
Yeah.
Because I don't have to keep track of who was dropped and stuff like that. I can just
Okay.
see the draft order from the previous year and use that.
Yes.
Just to keep it easy for ourselves.
Yeah, because we got to keep track of this stuff too for trades.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes.
And
Oh,
we
yeah,
have to
for
keep.
sure.
We got so like you can't trade away
Yeah.
your or like that keeper's
Yeah.
pick draft year -1.
Yeah.
Unless, and if you do, then he becomes
The pick earlier.
pick earlier,
Earlier.
say the 14th
Yeah.
round draft pick for the next draft.
Yeah, so you lose a position of like longevity for that
Exactly.
keeper player.
Yes.
Yeah, and you have to keep them earlier.
I think we're pretty much in agreement on that then. But
Yes.
yeah, so here just a couple
Don't trade away your
examples
keeper
that
picks.
don't
Yeah.
need to be dread upon here for a bit, but just Matt likes to send me up. That's my fun.
Could you imagine?
Parker likes to keep him, and then for the 13th round, where he continues to dominate the league for his team until 2026. This is what I would have kept. Maybe I did it really quick. I didn't really put much thought into it, but an example of kind of what a team of keepers
Yeah,
being kept would look like if there was 5 of them.
Yeah.
And how long I would be able to keep each of them for theoretically.
Yep.
Uh,
I think 5's way too many, but
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking like sometimes there's 6, 7.
I was thinking 4 or even
Oh, I know.
3.
I've heard of teams that are like they keep like fucking 8, 9, 10.
I've heard of
crazy.
them keeping their whole team,
Yeah,
and
that's
every
absurd.
year is just like draft of
Drafting
prospects.
prospects.
Yeah,
that's
you're running like two
No, yeah.
leagues almost.
But I
now.
think like
Too much.
Yeah.
before we decide how many keepers we keep, we'll decide how many players are on our list. So
yes, good point.
roster numbers and players. So this is what we had last year: 8 teams, 26 players apiece, 208 players. So we were
Right.
operating on a 208 pool of players plus all the free agents.
Mm-hmm.
These are I'm thinking 20 per.
Yeah, either
which
20
would
or
be
18.
240. Yeah, those
Yeah.
are what I've kind of highlighted here, depending on what we think. 18 is a small team, which is not a bad thing if you want to add an additional level of strategy of who you bench and who's in your roster.
if we depending on how small our teams are, where like goalie starts going to be
Yeah.
like
Oh,
early.
It's
yeah.
also gonna
so
be
going
that's
through
gonna
going
affect
through the
things
final
too.
rules we can do at the end here. Like once we've kind of decided the big
Okay.
things, we'll go through and like actually click the boxes live here for that. So just so we know how many. If we're deciding between 20 and 18, it's between like we'll have.
Yeah, I
we'll be
think
using the full
20,
top
22 is
250.
too many.
Having 22 is way too many.
20
It's
is
a long draft.
20 is the magic number.
20 might be the magic number. Although 38 more players on teams, that leaves you with nothing worth picking up.
No, the
Dropping
waiver,
anybody
the waiver's
Yeah.
going to be there's nothing there.
Yeah.
So
Although I guess the guys you draft last, when there's a bigger pool of players,
They're also
you
shitty.
also have shit players on your team
Yeah.
too. So
they could
there is
go with the other
yeah,
shit
there would be
players.
opportunities, but you're
You're
swapping
pick-
out shit players for other shit
Yeah,
players.
Go ahead
there's
and get
no
your
way
actually
you're
sit
swapping
in
out
that
like your
shit,
top
right?
10 picks.
Yeah,
for-
sure.
Yeah, just check to
No,
see if
it's
there's
all
any
your bottom
comments
draft.
in the live chat. Absolutely.
Yeah, I thought you were taking care of the minutes, man.
Yeah. Well, I am now.
See if there's any comments. Anybody
Yeah, especially before we're
Well,
gonna
I
vote.
actually like this station. This is
The battle
right.
station.
Where might I see comments?
It would be here. Don't fuck with
The other
mine.
screen. The other screen. Don't fuck with mine.
Oh shit, sorry. Oh yeah, I'll pull that up here for you.
This doesn't need to be live. Right here. They'd be popping up here.
Oh.
Which there are none.
Womp womp.
That's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. It's okay, guys.
So we will.
I'm over it.
We'll vote on things.
I didn't want there to be comments anyways.
Yeah.
You can control.
I do kind of like having less players on your team, so you can still find something in like the waiver wire.
But
But only having
Yeah,
your
finding
team.
a gem on waivers
So,
is
but
pretty
what
sweet.
would
Yeah,
your
that's
composition
fun.
of players be? Like if you
Like
do,
on in like only 18 players. What did you say? How many are team drafts? Was it 200 and
18 is
208,
216,
216.
which is more than we
It's
had
more
last
than we
year.
had last year.
Yeah, so
By
even if we do 18, there'll still be less good players left on.
than
waivers
last year?
than
But if
last
we
year.
do
Yeah.
20, there's even
way more
less.
Yeah.
but this way you can still do 10 forwards, 60, 2 utilities, 2 goalies.
Yeah.
Yeah, what if you want to run 3 goalies? Like with
That
that,
would
with
be
that,
one of the,
with the
that
smaller.
would be the utility
with-
position, right? That
So
you can
here's-
kinda use
here's-
for
Is that what
whatever
we
you want.
ended up doing last year? If you had picked up a third goalie, he took up one of your utility spots.
No, you can only start him as a goalie. You can't start a goalie. And
No, but-
No,
they
utility
can
No,
be
but
on
you
your
but
roster.
you lose a utility spot on your forwards and. Oh no, you only
Last
had
year,
2.
you could
only
carry.
You could only have 2.
No,
It was-
last year you could carry as many of any kind if you wanted.
But you can only
But
they can only be
But
on
you could only play
one
them.
of the 2
Yeah,
roster
you
spots.
can only start them so many, right?
That's why I think 20 is like.
How many are we having on our bench then?
Well, so here let's skip ahead then for because I have a. Oh, got to there now.
We already have to fight. Glenn, let's go.
Oh,
I know
man.
it's early, Glenn, but we have to fight now.
Oh.
Here we go.
I know we all just ate pizza. We're all just just gunshots at everybody.
I knew my role when I showed up here. It was to be fought.
Yeah.
So let me pull out some addition points.
First time you ever pulled out.
Yeah, person only.
That's not true. That's my go-to move.
Yeah.
World champion of the world.
So if we did 20,
How many belly button loads have you?
we could do 9 forwards, which 3 defensemen, 2 goalies, 2 utility, and 4 bench players. So 9 forwards, 3 defensemen, 2 goalies, 2 utility players, and 4 bench equals. So
Equals 22.
and that's pretty standard for 20 because that would
20.
yeah if we did end up deciding
Yeah.
left wing, center, right wing, which we can vote on, and doesn't sound like we're going to do, but that would be 3 left wing, 3 right wing, 3 center, or just 9 forwards, and then 3 defensemen, which is on par with the forward positions, and then 2 goalies, 2 utility players of any forward or defenseman designation, and 4 bench players.
Right.
So 2 goalies, and then your third goalie, if you choose to get one, would make up one of your 4 bench players.
Mhm.
So that makes the most sense to me. If we went down to 18,
That's a really small team.
That's too
Well, look
Yeah.
at 216. Like you still got everybody after 216. This is like projected ranks on just
Yeah.
on Yahoo. Like
Yeah.
there's still
There's still players there.
like Nikhil Backlund's
well,
still
216
there.
is the minimum we're
Esselman
going to do. So
down.
yeah.
Husso's still
But
there.
who's there after 240?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I know. Goodrow, Knight.
Spencer Knight.
It's not bad.
Jordan
There's
Stahl.
a lot of
But I wouldn't
talented
trust fucking Yahoo's.
No, I mean they're
Projections,
wrong
but,
all
like-
the time. Obviously,
like Boone Jenner.
Yanni Gord, and
Yeah.
Boone Jenner, and Nick Roy,
Shattenkirk.
yeah, Gallagher. Yeah, there's still some hockey players below 240,
Some, but there's definitely a lot more.
obviously.
Like,
But I think
they have like Billy Husso, a fucking goalie who
a
is
decent
gonna see
goalie, yeah,
who's gonna
at
see
least
all
half the time,
kinds.
half the
Yeah,
starts.
he definitely pushing Nadella right
He's
there.
gonna
with
get
the
you a
crease.
lot of points for sure.
So I don't trust that ranking at all.
Yeah. No, yeah, he should be much higher. Although Bennington did do better in the playoffs this year, so he'll spread it this year. No.
Alright,
Anyway.
just let everybody know that we're live.
Now that we're well underway, we'll.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I forgot.
Post in the chat.
No, yeah. I
Yeah,
just
it's all
forgot
good.
what was casting live.
Oh.
He's casting off his phone on the chat.
No. It's just I moved a bunch of shit around. Not that it matters. It still looks good.
Where am I going to see comments if they come?
I guess I would vote for 20.
I'm voting for 18.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move
gonna go for
where you
20.
might see the comments.
I
onto
like to
this
have a little bit
screen.
more options.
A little more flexibility, a little,
Yeah.
I know. It'd be-
not
Half the
with
base.
18, like, who are you gonna drop off your team? You only have
it'd
18
be over
guys.
here.
Okay, cool.
We gotta,
This big.
Yeah, the next guy who do you think's gonna be better on the waiver wire?
yeah, I guess so.
It's the same principle.
I know, but I don't even know those guys. I don't watch every hockey game.
I don't either. kind of follow it.
It is awesome, like, the whole setup you've got going on here.
But with 20, you're gonna have even less nobodies. You don't know any of them. Guys you're dropping or the guys you're picking
Yeah,
up.
but that's okay. It's fine.
Since he's
And I
nobody.
don't have to. At least I don't have to drop the guys that I do know. I could drop the guys I don't know anyways.
I care.
I haven't seen that guy play hockey in like 3 years. He can go off my team.
So
Probably sucks.
216 is 18 players per team is small.
Yeah.
Quite small.
But still
20
more than we
20's
had last
okay.
year.
20 still kind of small.
20's still small. So
Yeah.
like we had 26 last year.
Yeah.
And so we're dropping
Yeah, that's
quite a
6
bit.
less than we had last year.
And like we these aren't off the table either.
Yeah,
like
22
if we want to go to 264.
So what are we looking at for like roster
Yeah, it would
spots?
be.
I mean, to be honest,
the
my
breakdown
original
for-
thought was
Well,
to drop 2 players off
So
the team.
the way we do it pretty much is
We had 24 last year?
if you extrapolate on
26
like
last
20 or 8, then it would be we would just add an extra goalie, so or like an extra forward, so we would be at 10 or 11 forwards and 6 or 7 defensemen, and then it depends. Like it'll be that ratio though, so it'll be like 2/3 of our skaters will be forwards and 1/3 will be defensemen, and then
Yeah.
pretty much however many defensemen we have, there's a slightly less goalie spots
Yeah.
and utility spots, and then the rest will be bench.
Of course.
So like it doesn't matter that point.
Like right now
yet,
on
just
the
how
app,
big do we want to
it's
roster?
set up for 20 players.
Yeah, it's either, for me now, it's either 20 or 22. And
What are
Because,
Because
the
like look for 20 players, are you just counting them? There's 20.
Yeah.
So like 10 forwards, fucking 6 defensemen,
yeah,
2 utilities, and 2 bench or 2 goalies.
Is that
that's
with
what
20?
forward, that's 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
But then,
what
but
I
then
like.
that's with 20.
I think 20 is still a good number here.
Yeah.
And you still get options on the waiver wire where if you
Yeah. And
I mean-
4 bench spots, you think? Yeah.
Well, there's no bench spots really. This is just like your.
Oh,
There's no bench in here right now.
oh well, that's the thing. So you're gonna have 3 or 4 bench spots there, and then you're only actually playing with like 8 forwards. And,
Yeah. I don't know why it doesn't have fucking bench
Glenn,
on
what
it.
are your thoughts?
I agree.
Come on, Glenn.
Sorry.
No, I think 20 is a good number. Like, you know, not too many, not too little.
Yeah.
And,
But what do you think about 22?
And what are your thoughts on 22 now?
well, I think 4D is good.
Yeah, you're happy with 4D? That's
I'd
enough.
rather 5D.
Okay.
Gotta have more than 4.
So
You
yeah,
gotta go 60.
yes.
You gotta go 60.
You're like-
You're basically
yeah.
building like a
5.
real hockey team here
Yeah.
with 60.
8.
yeah. So
I mean-
to reiterate, if there was 20, it would be 9 forwards, 3 defensemen, 2 goalies, 2
How many
utility,
defensemen?
4
defensemen.
3
3
defen-
defensemen.
With how many? With
20. So if we had to do 22, it would be 10 forwards, 4 defensemen, 2 goalies, 2 utility, 4 bench.
Yeah, so you
Does
gotta
that
have
sound a
those.
little
You
better?
gotta have those bench spots.
yeah, but can we change that?
Can we do 3 bench? What if
Can we
can't?
change the order? Can we do like 9 forwards,
3 defensemen.
4 defensemen?
9 to 4.
'Cause what is it now? 9 to 4? Is it 9?
9 to 3 would be 20. We had like 12 to 6 last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we had just a
We had
double.
huge teams, yeah.
You can't go to 30.
No,
with,
no.
with how many bench spots?
Yeah. So
There'd
4.
be 4 bench
bench
spots.
Yeah. So 4 defensemen and 9 players or skaters.
That's-
forwards.
Yeah.
So it's 13.
Yeah.
And 2 goalies.
2
and
goalies
4.
and
That's
3 bench spots.
Well, no. If we did 22, we could do 9 forwards, 4 defensemen, 2 goalies, 2 utility, and 5 bench spots. Or we can put that extra bench spot
Just
somewhere else.
thinking, we've got 12 players in the league this year, so now if we make our team bigger too, that's
Well, the
going to
team
be
will not be
amazing.
We're
big,
making our team
bigger.
smaller.
We had 26
Making our
players
teams
on our
much
team
smaller.
last year.
26 last year.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
we are
Yeah,
dropping
we-
down significantly to
Oh,
either
okay.
2018 or maybe
Where
22.
have you been?
Right here.
I'd be open to maybe doing.
I've been too busy scanning for comments.
Yeah. Just scan.
There are none.
What do the guys look like after 264 on the draft position?
Go ahead and
John?
pull up your phone. So
You
players
got it up on your phone.
based off of like Yahoo.
Yeah, based on Yahoo. What kind of players are you looking at after 264?
It's a lot. I didn't know anybody.
I mean, the
I
NHL
knew some
250,
guys in the
So,
fucking two.
so like
over
obviously
240,
the
but-
NHL top 250 is a benchmark.
Yeah.
And that's why I highlighted these two
Yeah.
below that level because the NHL top 250 is just kind of a stable
thing.
ranking.
Yeah.
And beyond that, it's going to be hard to like plan out non-Yahoo drafting. So that's a factor.
Yeah.
That's why those
Those
two are
extra.
highlighted.
Do 22.
22.
22. I'm voting 22.
Okay. So with that,
Yeah, this is enough to pick from.
like, let's just.
There's lots to pick from here. I mean,
click
they're
on
not
this.
like anybody I'm gonna draft, obviously, but like if you need. In
But
the
you
spot,
might drop some of them.
You're gonna have to.
no, like south of 264.
So
That's how big the
264,
teams are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying like if I'm gonna drop and pick these guys up though, like
Yeah. Well, you're gonna be drafting nobodies anyways. You're gonna drop them for nobodies.
yeah, that's what I mean.
I already had this discussion tonight.
Yeah.
That's why these meetings are about.
Yeah.
Only had it twice.
There was 208 last year,
Yes.
so we're making our team quite a bit bigger just by our pool of
The
players.
pool bigger.
Just by
The pool
going
of
with
players.
20.
But
We
that
we
being
fucking
said,
have the size of the
the-
pool again.
the goddamn like
Think about it.
you got to remember
Yeah,
that
it's
our
fucking
league
four
last
players.
year was a revolving door. Every team was
That's
just
true.
dropping and picking up and dropping and picking
Using
up. And
up
four,
all
four
your-
picks wasn't enough.
Yeah.
Four
Yeah.
drops wasn't enough for our
No.
league last year because there were so many good players still out there,
True.
which is not normal. Like
True.
that's not what we're trying to keep.
True. Yeah, which
But
is
it
why
is
I,
fun
which is
using
why
all
I
the
like
guys.
20.
I think 20. Okay, so let's vote then. So
It's
we
between
have
20 or 22.
let's vote between 18, 20, and 22.
How many ads and drops are you getting a week?
We'll decide that next, I guess, once we decide how many players.
What did
So
we have last year?
we have 4.
4 a week.
Who here is voting for 18 players on the roster. Who's voting for 20?
Yeah.
We got 3. How many is voting for 22? Just Jay. So I'm snuck into 20 at the last second.
I'm a swing vote.
Perfect. Okay.
I care about these things.
I care about this.
No, does it still go to vote with anybody else that's not here? Or no?
No comments. No,
no
one's weighing
comments,
in.
Any comments?
No comments.
No, okay.
No comments.
And we're moving
Same
on.
in the
20
chat.
it is.
20
Alright.
days.
Yeah.
It's been.
No one's even read
You
your
should get a
live
hammer and
message.
just hammer down on the floor
I should.
every single time.
Get a gavel.
Hammers.
Yeah.
Gets them
Just smash
Get
your
some-
mouse.
get some
on
mouse-
it.
When I give you the
Every
cue,
time
you
you make
can
a
click
decision,
on
put a
that
hole in
arrow.
the wall.
Okay.
So.
Let's do it now.
Oh, they've read it now.
Alright, so we nominated and we voted, so let's move on to the next one. I'm putting this forwards, or center, left wing, right wing. Anybody voting for using center, left wing, and right wing to determine our positions for our forwards? I'm
Position
voting for it.
eligibility?
You're voting for the bottom
Positional. Yeah, positional.
option? I'm not voting for that.
Okay,
No, I'm not
just
voting
2?
for that.
No.
And then anybody wanting to keep it just forwards?
Yes. Forwards.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3-2.
It's just, yeah.
Yeah.
Easier.
It's just
Just
too
easier.
much.
Yeah.
It's just too much.
This pool
My
already
girlfriend's
runs
gonna kill me
my
how much
life
time I spend on
this
this.
season.
I can't.
Yeah.
Just forwards. Okay, moving on. Number of keeper players per team. This is kind of a range that was recommended. This was more of an average range. There were some outliers. So, anybody want to put forward a number and reason, or a range and reason it
Say
out?
4.
I was gonna also say 4.
We've had 4 in the past. That was our number in the past.
But it works
we
differently
We
this
never had
year.
a 12-man league before though.
Yes.
Which I don't think is a big problem with the new system that we're going to implement,
Mhm.
because now
With the keepers.
it'll be worth it to keep players that aren't like elite
Yes.
necessarily.
In theory, yeah.
Yes.
Yep. So,
So that'll be fine.
4 is a nomination. I'll nominate 5. Anybody else want to throw out a number that they want voted on? That isn't 4 or 5?
Keep 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Hmm?
In theory. Because you're not keeping your first round pick.
Yes, you can keep, exactly. You could, in theory, keep those ones, but that's likely not going to be the most
No, you
advantageous
probably
thing.
won't end up wanting to keep like your 6th round draft pick.
Yeah.
Because there'll be someone who's like aging out, and
Or-
that you would have to use your 5th rounder next year, or something like
You
that.
may
Yeah,
as
so
well grab
somebody-
somebody that you grabbed in the later
Somebody
round.
you drafted
Yeah.
in round 6, you
Yeah.
got to think is
There'll
probably
be
worth
someone.
6th
There'll be
round.
someone on your team who you drafted like 12th or 15th or 20th who
Did
had
better
a
than,
sick
did
year.
better than you
In
thought.
order,
Yeah,
to,
exactly.
in order to qualify as a keeper in your mind, they should have exceeded their original draft position, because they'll be taking a better draft position next year. So the likelihood that all
Yeah.
of your first 7 draft
Got-
picks all got better,
better
and
together.
moved up
Yeah.
to a
That's
better
just not
draft
gonna happen.
position, probably not.
Yeah.
But there'll be 5 or 4
Yeah.
in there that all
Yeah.
are worth.
You'll end up
keeping.
keeping like if there were 5, you'd
Mhm.
end up keeping like 3 of your
If
top
we do
6
5,
picks.
then you're keeping like 25% of the team.
That is
Yes.
true, because we're picking 20. So 4 would
That's a
be
good point.
20% of your team.
That's a good counterpoint to saying 5.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
I would
4.
go with 4.
I would
4
say
and
4.
5. Let's
Four
all
seems-
vote for
Keep a
4.
5th of your team.
Yeah,
I'll vote for 4.
4.
Unanimous.
Yeah, it's unanimous.
What are you
Four.
filming there?
Yeah.
Huh?
Guys.
Oh, you put some
Oh,
more on.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
love
good.
it.
We
Yeah.
needed some
There's a lot of those
people in
videos
this.
going around lately.
Man.
Yeah,
Wow.
just took her right out.
Boom!
All right, Glenn, we can
Like-
skip ahead. I think a couple slides.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Distracted.
Yeah, he's just watching
All
YouTube
right.
videos.
I
Current
digress.
You're supposed to be paying
2021-22
attention here, man.
stats. Scoring stats.
No.
Goals. Power play points. Shots on goal. Team/miscellaneous stats. Assists plus minus. Banger stats. PIMs, hits, blocks. Current goalie stats. Wins, goals against, saves, shutouts. Let's go to the next one. Game-winning goals. Face-off wins.
Boo.
Power play goals and assists, shorthanded goals and assists are the only stat categories we're not currently tracking that are even worth
I
voting.
think there was a strong vote from Jeff for some GWGs.
Well, we have power play points,
Yes.
so fuck power play goals and assists.
Yeah,
obviously.
forget the. Yeah, we.
What about
That would be a
shorthanded?
replace, if
What about
anything.
shorthanded
Yeah.
ones though? Where's
Oh, you
everybody
want, like,
thoughts on
goals to be worth
shorthanded
more than
goals?
assists on the
Shorthanded
power play.
points.
They're already
What
worth
would
more
you
than
take
that
out then?
because you get the goal and the power
Probably a
play point.
goalie stat.
Right. goals.
The only one that's going to be
So
shut.
if you got a power play
you're not going to take out any of the other goal
assist, it
stats.
would just be worth a power play
Um,
point and an assist.
Yeah.
But that's the same as a power play point.
Yeah, they're
Well,
not. They're
so
not
they are
weighted
weighted
any
the same.
Yeah,
differently.
but their goals happen less frequently, so they are worth more when they do that.
Yes, because it's all in relation to the total amount of goals in the matchup. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. There's 2 assists for every 1.5 assists for every goal.
Therefore, goals are more valuable.
Okay, so no, like
There's no point. in doing
yeah,
it.
we don't have to even discuss that. So the topic at hand is shutouts and plus minus.
Because
At
you have
first.
to get rid of something.
We don't
Right.
have to.
We could leave it as is.
Because
Yeah.
ties are capable of happening
we
in
don't
every
have
single category, so we don't have to really think about having an odd or even number of stats out there,
Yeah.
because it doesn't make a difference in
Yeah.
reality.
Like, I got no shutouts last year, and I don't care if you use shutouts again. That's fine. It's just another
I-
stat.
Pro.
Although,
I'm actually
taking a
I like
stat away
shutouts.
from
I like
goalies,
shutouts too.
I don't
Yeah.
hate it.
I
It's
feel like
exciting.
Yeah, shutouts is like you get a little fired
Yeah.
up when you go against
Yeah.
a shutout.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I feel,
So-
I feel good about
So
it.
pros of shutouts are, it is random, which is not a pro necessarily or a con, but it is something that can add to the entertainment value
Yeah,
and
it's like-
also the comeback.
Yeah, it's that curveball.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Yeah.
my endorphins.
Hoist it on his
Yeah.
hands.
Like,
and
when I
here's
when I'm
his
winning
fucking
it
when I'm
effort
tuning into my
against 40
league and I'm like,
shots.
oh, my guy hasn't had a goal
Yeah.
scored on him, and it's the third period.
Yeah,
And
I think-
that gets
You're
me.
losing,
That
you're
gets me
losing
hard.
a tight match
Yep.
with your opponent.
Yeah,
And
I
that's what
agree.
this is all about.
And
Yeah.
then you get a shutout near the end of the week, and
I
you
wanna get
take
hard.
that stat from
The
them and turn
idea
it
of
into a
adding
more closer
Yeah.
fight.
the idea of adding game-winning goals for the reason that we're taking away shutouts, because they are
Good
the
point.
same reason, seems a little weird.
That's the exact same point.
Uh,
If we can't add game-winning goals and take away shutouts, we have to either have
Yeah.
both or neither.
yeah.
I'd be
So,
okay with that.
Just
so
yes.
we keep.
Take plus minus out.
So what about so plus minus the positives
We-
of that? Once again, it's a negative stat or has the potential for a negative stat. It's a little bit more random because it's team based.
Yeah.
But we don't have any other negative stats, so you should just play all your players all the time, which is not a bad thing. But it
But
takes away
sometimes
one
it's
element of
good to
strategy.
have, a little
Right.
bit of strategy and bench somebody.
have a good player playing against
Other than goals
a really
against.
good team.
Other than goals against, which is a purely goalie stat, there's no other negative stats. Are there any other negative stats? Not really.
No.
Is plus minus that big of a crapshoot? Maybe I can pull up last year's like end of season how everybody did, but like it's gonna be a crapshoot.
Yeah.
But if there is over the course of a season evidence that the better players have better plus minuses, then it's not a crapshoot. It's just like maybe on a day by
Did
day
you
basis.
ever win plus minus?
Week to week it is,
Age
for sure.
Like it wasn't
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a big
Like
stat.
yeah.
Problem is, like I wasn't
13 just
aiming
goes on a
for
losing
guys
streak.
that just had good plus minus.
And even
It's
if
like,
they're
if
lighting
the
it
guy
up
was
every
totally bomb plus minus, I tried to avoid him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But
But was there
Yeah.
a stat that you
Well,
really
near
looked at
the
when you're picking
near
up
the end of the
players?
Yeah.
year, I remember.
like
I
if I'm
think,
looking at
I mean,
guys
I might
who like
just be
who were hitting
making this
really
up,
well, but
yeah,
he had a
all the
bad
players
plus
that are left on
minus, I
waivers
probably
are
was
good
gonna pick
hockey
him up
players.
because
There's some
at the end
bad
of the day,
teams
it was
that
going
have
to be
shitty
like
plus minuses.
Negative
Yeah.
stat.
it was
Like,
a neutral
it's not worth
Yeah.
that
position
much.
I was going to
Plus
be in. I'm going to
minus.
lose
No
on
point.
plus minus, but I'm going to get more hits.
Now, do you think that the fact that when you're picking up a player and they're very good, but they happen to be on a bad team with a bad plus minus, the fact that you're hesitant to pick them up, does that take away from the experience? Does that
Not necessarily.
like, but like, would you rather it just be like the best
I don't want
players?
anybody from Arizona.
Okay, here's a question.
I don't know.
Do we think that having a player who's on a good team should mean anything in this fantasy league that we created, or should it be entirely about
that player. I think it's more about the player.
I think it's about the
Because
players.
they're not
too.
really
I'm not
on
drafted,
the Phoenix
I'm
Coyotes.
not
They're
drafted
on
a team.
Glenn's Limpdick
Exactly.
Riders.
So when we're making a decision to pick up this guy or this guy, should we have to factor in what team
What
they're
team
on,
they're
other
on.
than goalies?
Yeah.
Other than goalies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, you still will because you'll know who they're playing and what goalie they're going against and all that kind of stuff.
so yeah, kind of.
But
But no, because like
Yeah.
whether they get a power play point or a goal or a shot or an what an assist or whatever is very much less to do with the team than just being on the ice when their goalie and defenseman let in a bunch of
Are we
goals.
realistically thinking of game-winning goals out or in, plus minus out? Is that the
That seems to
discussion?
be the
That's
discussion.
kind
Yeah,
of the
it's
discussion.
basically for game-winning goals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I would rather have that game-winning goal. Like you
Unless
could have
you wanna keep-
you could have zero, At
Do
the
you
end
want
of the week, you
to
could have
just
zero. for the
add
goal.
game-winning
Sure.
goals? If that can be the only change we make, keep
That
plus
is an
minus
option.
and add
Yeah.
game-winning goals.
Just
I
add
don't know.
another stat.
So game winning
What
goals.
would that-
is-
what
How many
would that-
stats would be tracked if we just add one?
Glenn, can you go
11?
back a slide?
Look,
Yes,
go
Daddy.
look up the game winning goals from last year. Who had the most
Go
and stuff.
yeah, this one.
Yeah.
Can we
Because if
see
it's just a
that?
bunch of nobodies that we
Yeah.
don't care about, then why would we have this stat? But if it's actually like
It's
all the
like
best players, and
yeah,
stuff,
Ovechkin
then-
had the most, or
Yeah.
Mitch Marner,
13
and
stats.
Matthews or
Exactly.
something like
then
that.
it might be worth adding that stat. If
Yeah,
all the highest game winning goal getters are like the stars of the league, then it,
the guy who scores 40 goals,
Yeah.
they put in like 3 or 4.
I mean, obviously, it will trend that way.
Yeah.
They just get more goals. So that's why.
Yeah, I kind of like having shutouts still. I don't know if I want to get rid of shutouts.
Yeah, I think
No,
I'd like
I don't
to
want
keep
to
it
get rid
too.
I think you
I
still.
I, that's something I actually have an opinion on. I think shutouts are fun. Like Jay
Yeah.
says, gets you a little hard
Fun fact,
during the
John.
night. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay.
And I do like the point you made about plus minus, how we're basically drafting individual players onto our teams, not like onto the Phoenix Coyotes. So why should you get like negative
It's
points
true.
for having Jacob Chikrin?
Right.
Because he's a fucking good defenseman.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just on a
Yeah.
shitty team.
Same with like
It's a
Roman
shame.
He was
Yossi.
like minus
It's a
50
shame
last
that's
year.
not
like
worth-
one of the best defensemen.
And he
Yeah,
wasn't. He
Roman-
wasn't
Yeah,
even
yeah,
on
but
the- in our
but
league.
like
He
he
wasn't even
might
on the team.
in the
He's
plus
fucking
minus
minus
category
I agree.
take it a little worse
The-
than.
Because
Yeah.
you know that
Yeah.
player's way better than someone else.
He's just on a
He's
shitty
just on a
team.
shitty
And
I'm not
that's
taking him.
yeah.
I'm not going to pick up Chikrin because he's a minus 50.
the
Yeah.
strategic element of leaving a guy off because they have the potential of having a
Having
bad plus,
negative
plus
points?
minus.
What about getting a
It is
guy
kind
off?
of annoying.
Yeah.
Like it's not like I'm
It
not
is.
saying it's a great thing just because it adds
But, like-
strategy. I'm like I don't
Yeah.
like it sometimes as well. It's
Like I wanted to have Jacob. I wanted to have Chikrin last year.
Yeah, that's the like the
I just
that's
couldn't-
like
you
I
couldn't
couldn't
bring
bring myself
that-
to do it.
Like
Yeah.
the
I just couldn't
pros
bring
that he added
myself
to your
to do it.
team didn't justify the
Yeah.
amount of plus
Exactly.
minus he was going to.
Because he's only marginally better than the other defenseman that I have. But
yeah,
he's better.
but he's just
Yeah.
on a bad
But
team.
he's just on a bad team.
And it's
Way more offensive upside and all that shit. Plays on the power play. You know?
and like if you have a player that constantly gets minuses, you can almost never even win that category.
Exactly.
You just got to get rid
That's
of
the
them.
thing.
Yeah, there is a lot
That's
of
the
good
thing.
players that were
One or
left on
two
the
players
or on the
who
waiver
tank
because
your
of the
plus minus in
value.
a
Yeah.
week, and that category's
There's-
gone.
Lots of them.
You just can't win that
I
category.
mean, but plus minus is one of those ones where it can change.
How you
Yeah.
coach your team on the night.
But no, I mean
Exactly.
like throughout the week there's a
You could have a
swing,
20
like,
point.
crazy.
You could have a 20-point lead,
and you can come
and
back.
that's
Yeah.
gone in 2 nights
Yeah.
or 1 night. Even.
Yeah, I feel like you know what,
20's a lot
like
better.
on a week by week basis, plus minus doesn't mean anything in real world, and it doesn't mean anything in fantasy world.
No.
So we should get rid of it.
I agree.
Okay, so voting to get rid of plus minus.
Yes.
Yes.
Voting to
You
add
convinced me.
goals, a game-winning
Game
goals.
winning goals.
Okay, raise your hand for yes.
This is a Jeff vote right here.
What is our
Yeah, okay.
alternative?
It's another
Like,
swing-
No, we could
swing
just
point.
eliminate it. We could just not add it.
Just not add anything.
Yeah,
No.
that's a,
Yeah.
How
Because
many total
there's
stats are we going to
13.
be carrying then? Or
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
No,
8,
no.
9, 10, 11, 12.
No,
Because
no.
we replace
1,
one
2,
with
3, 4. Or do we count
do we
five?
want to have an even or odd number for
Yeah.
that? So you
It
doesn't matter,
try to
because
Doesn't
limit-
matter. It's a category.
because there can be ties in any category. So
Yeah.
there's always a possibility whether
Like you
there's
can
an
still
odd or even
win
number.
4
Yeah.
each and then have a couple ties.
Yeah.
And honestly, shutouts are going to be ties a lot.
That's fine. though.
So
I don't see that as
so
taking
1,
away
2,
anything from
3,
me.
4, 5, 6, 7.
I'm just
8,
trying to see
9,
what
10,
game-winning goals is
11,
going to affect the goal slot.
11
it's going to affect the
non-shutout
power
stats,
play.
which means
point.
there will always be a winner if those are not ties.
But you can also tie in any other category
You
too.
can tie in assists and stuff. It's less likely, but you can do it.
Yeah.
Does happen.
Like just the fact that shutouts are only 1, 2, 0,
Yeah,
1, 2,
yeah, yeah.
and 3.
It's a lot easier to
Yeah.
tie 0.
I'd be okay with taking plus minus out, not adding game-winning goals, and just leaving it as is.
Jeff wanted game-winning goals.
Jeff wants game winning goals.
Is he writing that in the group or?
I
is
don't-
Yeah, he did. I gotta find it.
No, no, in the group chat.
Oh, the group chat. I thought you
Oh, he's
were
not.
like-
He's not on the live
He's not on
stream.
the live-
No.
not live?
No,
Oh,
of
Jeff.
course.
All right. Well,
Shit's weak.
he already contributed his point, but he can't defend it. He's not watching. All right. Let's Let's go with
Kirby,
taking
what
out
did
and
Kirby say
adding
he
nothing.
wanted?
He wanted to get rid of shutouts.
And add
And he
save
wants to add
percentage.
save percentage,
Nah.
which
Which
is
is-
hard no from everybody.
Yeah, that didn't make any sense. Sorry.
He
'Cause
doesn't,
you're-
but he doesn't like game-winning goals over plus minus. He wants to keep plus minus, and he doesn't like game-winning goals. But he's gonna upload it. I
We're
think.
gonna
Yeah, I
make nobody
think we all
happy
voted
here.
on it.
Do that for him.
Oh,
Yeah.
here we go. Game-winning goals, please. If someone can push that motion forward, that'd be
We
great.
know Jeff
Purely
said it a
for
month
late
ago,
game entertainment.
hours ago. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's the
And
same,
then-
it's
and
the
then
same,
Mason-
same shut-in
Same.
logic as having shutouts.
Mason
They
chimed in
happen
and said,
very
"I
rarely,
would
and
100% agree with swapping plus minus with game-winning goals."
Perfect.
Mason said that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Mason Jars.
and I agree. GWG is just like the shutout. It's like, woo, yeah,
Gets you
eat
hard.
it, bitch.
Gets you hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. It makes it a little more random.
Without
And-
penalizing picking a guy from a crappy team.
Yep.
Okay, put in the game-winning goals.
Okay, yeah.
Take out the plus minus.
I'm
It's
never
been
voted. I
decided.
didn't want
Plus minus out, game winning goals in.
Yay!
Hey.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
All right, Glenn. What's next? We might have to skip ahead a couple here.
God, I gotta have a smoke here soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why haven't we done any of those yet?
God, I gotta.
There's so
We've
many on the
we've
list.
already made a lot of decisions here. I
Glenn,
gotta
you're
at
supposed
least
to
have a
keep a
cigarette.
track of time.
I'm getting
Recording the
AFC.
minutes.
We got another drink here. Hold on. God, what?
Oh, Jake, can you grab me a?
Yeah. YouTuber? Wait,
No.
you got cool ones in the fridge, right?
Yeah.
Alright. So I feel good about that.
Yeah.
then he goes on to tell me, they start looking for details. There was, yeah, exactly. There was another guy who was training some grunts. The grunts were making 20, 50 an hour. The trainer was making 17, 80. Oh, Jesus. It's like a mom and pop concrete shop. Right? Come on, so totally the boss is an idiot.
Clearly.
And Slater confronted him on it, and he said he didn't know.
He didn't know. When I do the payroll, I just type in names.
I don't know.
I just randomize the payroll.
Alright.
Yeah, I just hit shuffle on the payroll.
Shuffle on who's getting paid this week.
Yeah.
Let's watch.
Don't worry, guys. No comments. We didn't miss anything while we were.
Oh, I'm shocked. I'm really shocked by that.
Alright, everybody come in here real quick. Make yourself a couple slices.
No shortage of food at this GM meeting.
Thanks for the spread, boy. What is that boss thinking of? Like, pre-COVID rates, whatever, like, roots call it, yeah. Well, I didn't know. I'm gonna have to make the guy training the others pay less. Why not? Yeah.
Right for you. Well, we got next on the docket. Money.
Isn't that great? Yeah.
Most important thing. This live streaming still while we're eating? This live streaming the whole time? Alright.
Live streaming, bro.
Excellent.
Oh, shit, geez.
This is the last decision we have to make before the draft.
No, I think, I mean, maybe there's one more, but I can't remember.
Gonna make me cry. Oh, hello. Hey, puppy.
I want food.
How old's your dog?
6.
6? Oh, where do you get those balls? My dog would really like one of those.
Oh, the ones with the tennis ball inside or whatever?
Yeah.
Probably just PetSmart or something.
That's smart. I'm gonna try to find those. My guy would love those.
We're up to 4 views.
No way.
Yep, it's encouraging.
Any live viewers?
Me.
Oh,
There's one of them.
Hottie.
Alright.
Splitting the pot.
One's for Gunner.
Now, do we want to establish this as who wins the, like, including the playoff?
That is up for debate.
That's part of this conversation.
And then there's the
Once we're
regular.
done our sliders, we can decide on these breakups, add additional potential breakups that either replace third place with President's Trophy winner, or add a fourth prize and reduce the prize in first place. So essentially, first, second, and third, first, second, third, and regular season winner, or first, second, and regular season winner.
Oh.
Yeah, they're just adding that one extra payout.
I mean, in the regular season, I think should count for something. Maybe.
So look
I
at these
agree.
numbers.
Yeah,
See
you
what
gotta buy
sits-
the first 2 rounds.
See what sits right in your heart when you look at these. As far
I think
as
it's just the first round to get it back.
Yeah, so like the thing is,
What
though,
if we do?
if you win regular season, you get a bye and you get seeded best in the playoffs.
well, you already pretty much.
But that's your reward for winning the season.
We can't change the Yahoo structure for.
No, but why do they get money? They have an easier
Just
they have an easier route to the
The
finals.
only reason would be a divergent from what we know and love in North American sports, which is the regular season doesn't
Actually
matter.
matters. Yeah.
Whereas other sports leagues across the league, it is all about the regular season, and they sometimes have even time playoffs. So the only reason
Yeah.
would be there is the argument in the real world between whether the best team in the league is the one who won the regular season or the one who won the one in the playoffs is peak versus longevity. Do we want to reward someone who was
Been good all
consistently
year.
good, or do we want to reward someone who planned their season out to get hot at the right time and win at the right time?
Wasn't that what like
Like-
NHL
Well, that's
teams
what all
do?
sports.
Yeah, that's what real
teams
sports
do.
is,
Yeah,
right.
in North America, with
Yeah.
the playoff format, the regular season pretty much means nothing. So the only idea is, in our league, do we want to shift from the North American norm and reward the team that was consistently good all year, like we kind of used to before we had a playoff format in our league? Before it was a head-to-head. Because prior to that, it was literally just end of the season is the end of the season. Whoever's in first place won, and there was nothing to do about it. And it was kind of boring and annoying. But if that's a fourth place, that's better than it being first place, like it used to be for us.
Yep.
Um,
I mean, it would suck if you dominated all year, and then in that week
you
that
get
we have our
injuries.
playoffs, you had a couple injuries and your team lost,
I'd be okay with doing like a $200
and you get no money at all,
end of the year.
And for the sake
even though you
of
dominated the league
of
all
the
year long.
league, I think that not alienating that person to make them mad is something that like helps the longevity of the league's health long term. Just like, oh, I won the
True.
regular season, so I get my money back or something, and then I can win
Mhm.
more if I do well. Is something that'll keep people coming back. Like, more prizes is never bad for like return customers.
Exactly.
No.
Gotta keep that revolving
I
door
like
revolving.
I like A, but with $100 added on for winning the season.
So you wait.
So
No, you
800,
can't.
800 instead of first. 800 off of the.
Take 100 from here and put it into the president's trophy.
Yes, that's what I would suggest.
Okay.
Do you want to make it a $200 win so then you win your money back and you win $100?
No.
You just win your money back.
Yeah, because you can still win the playoffs.
Well, that's another,
You're still most likely to win the
That's
playoffs
another-
because in theory you have the best team.
I say you don't get third shit.
Well, that's
Yeah, that's another
So
option,
just
and I
changing this
would be
to
okay with that.
So
too.
first, second,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
Just take.
yeah.
First and
first and
second, and then
second.
President's Choice winner.
Yeah, like
But that means that there's no point in having a consolation final.
it takes away any incentive.
Yeah, like the third and fourth doesn't
Yeah.
fucking matter.
But the thing is, they have the consolations for every single round: 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th place.
Yeah.
like,
They do that
whatever.
anyway.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
happens.
Oh.
Like, you don't have to pay attention to it.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure me and Jeff have a
Right.
consolation round.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I know
it
Glenn
would
and
just
I
make
did.
it so that it's
Glenn
worth
didn't
paying
pay
attention
attention
to.
at all during that.
So that if you're one
What,
of
the
people battling
consolation?
for
Yeah,
third,
for
it's-
third place.
you
Oh,
get-
really?
Pay attention at
Yeah.
all.
Oh,
I
I
was
you like the bronze medal, eh?
Just get in my teeth still.
I
Like, I didn't even pay
don't know.
attention.
What if third place got like get 50 bucks back.
I didn't even know we were facing off.
I didn't want to tell you.
Yeah, it's less than the entry fee.
You won though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. That would have been embarrassing.
Oh, it was close.
Oh, that's
More
rich.
interesting.
So think about this, guys,
That's an
everybody.
interesting
What if it
fact.
was option B, but it was 900 for first place and 100 for
President's Trophy.
President's Trophy? So the third place person doesn't get all their money back, but they get 50 bucks back, and that keeps it slightly
There's something to
interesting
play for
the
still.
consolation.
Still got 50 bucks.
Bronze
It's
medal
50
round.
bucks. It's a cup case of beer, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, we could do 900, 100, 100, 100 as well.
Second's got to be more rewarding.
And then
than third.
for that
Yeah.
person that got 50 bucks, we could like joke to them that they're not gay, but 50 bucks is 50 bucks.
Yeah.
It's always
Yeah,
on
just for
That's
the
a pro.
joke
That's a
factor.
You gotta think of
We
the
can do
jokes.
it.
That is a
Yeah, I want material here. Yeah, maybe we should do it that way then. So,
which way?
So
900
no,
option B, but 900 instead of 1,000.
yes.
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
So what are we thinking? Option B, but
900
Plus President's
less.
Cup.
so presidents gets more than
President.
third, but less than second.
Yep.
I think that works.
Yep.
Okay, so voting for that option.
Yeah, hybrids of A and B.
Yeah,
Sure.
we're all agreed.
Okay, so let the record state: first place will get $900. Second place will get 150. Third place will get 50, and President's Trophy will get 100. Okay.
Very good.
Glenn, next slide.
Right.
Draft order.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
So we
Can we
can.
turn the camera off
Man standing.
for this part?
Alright, everyone draw straws. Yes.
So Glenn here. I'll
I
take-
guess this is for all the marbles here.
Yeah, this is really
This is
important.
important.
So
We need to decide the parameters before we do it.
we can do a random.
John had the
Thing.
idea of doing like a few randoms. Didn't you want to do like the average of your...
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would do a couple draft orders and then take the average of all those drafts.
We could
And that
do it.
becomes your final draft order.
Or
One time and one
none
time
of the
only.
new guys can draft ahead of any of the old guys.
Well, we can do a random. How, no,
Yeah.
no,
I
no,
know a lot
it's
of
all-
leagues
it's all-
work,
it's all
eh?
about that's
There's
not.
new.
know.
That's
Yeah.
not weird.
You're new.
I don't know.
I don't think I would probably vote for that, but it's the thing.
Yeah.
It's worth talking about. It's worth talking about.
I'm fine with everybody starting at the same spot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I
I
would
think
too.
that's fine with me.
We don't need to have that
Discrimination.
hierarchy.
Yeah.
It's hierarchy. Hierarchy.
Hierarchy.
Do we want to do it though the
I
way
guess
John
it's-
suggested though, where you
It's not a
take the
keeper
average,
league yet, so it doesn't matter.
or one time only?
You do like 4, where you, or 3 or whatever. You take the average of all 3 of your drafts, and that's your draft position, or just one and done.
I think so.
I said one and done.
It's one.
One and done.
Yeah, when it does. Let's get it over. Rip the band-aid off.
So we're doing the draft order right now.
Well, I have a list of everybody who's in the league,
Uh-huh.
and
It should.
can randomize that. Now I can take out all of the new
All the
expansion
news.
teams, rank the 8 of us that are original or current teams, and then do a second ranking and put the other 4 at the end. If that's kind of the way we want to do it.
Or just
For this year, obviously.
one, any other expansion year.
See, because I don't even mind if I was in the bottom.
So
nine.
if-
Yeah, let's just throw everyone even and
Yeah, I
Throw
think
'em in
that's
the mix.
the most fair way to do it.
give
Yeah,
everyone a
yeah,
fair
I'm
shot.
sure
That
that the new guys coming in would be
I guess
opposed to that.
ideally, I,
I
want
guess
it to be
because
like
it's
second or
a
third.
New
to be honest.
keeper.
It's a new
It's a new
keeper
league,
It's
yeah,
a new
no
keeper
way.
league. Yeah, it's not really an expansion. It's more of a new league.
All right, are you guys
Changes
ready?
So many rules.
I can hit go on this thing, right?
And this will
Go,
go
here
from top
you
to
go.
bottom is the draft order.
Yeah. We'll
Do
all
it.
right.
Oh, Jesus
5,
Christ.
4, 3, 2, 1, here's our draft order. Pat, Cam,
Yeah.
Andrew, Kirby, Gary, John,
Oh,
Brendan,
the
Boyd,
middle.
Jeff, Crapper,
Dave.
Mason, Jason.
You were just saying you didn't mind being the last.
Fine. I can get double the pick though at the end there. That's
Oh, I'm right in the fucking middle.
And if you're a big game friend, Andrew got up there.
No.
But the rest of us are like closer to the top. I mean, it's kind of the best of both worlds. Only Jay got fucked, really.
that's again, it's not the worst
Yeah,
spot.
Boyd's not in a great
but
spot either.
I'm not
Fucking Pack. It's the first overall pick.
But
Yeah,
I
of
can't
course he does.
keep in mind I can't keep that first round pick for more than 1 year anyway. So
Well,
that
no, you
second,
can't keep him at all.
Right.
that
Yeah.
second pick that
You
I'm
get
gonna
him
get.
one-
is
Yeah, it's
gonna
not
be it's
like-
gonna
yeah.
be a money pick, and then I
It's
can
going to
keep
be
him
your
for 2
second and
years.
third and fourth round picks that are important
Yeah.
for the long term.
Yeah. Which
Obviously,
works.
your
Or
first
is-
round pick still matters this year.
Yeah. All right, I know where I'm starting from then.
Yeah. Should I take Draisaitl or who? What do you think, guys?
I'll probably take Draisaitl.
You should probably pick like
Obviously, Pat's taken.
Either Draisaitl or Matthews. Probably go Matthews.
Second overall. That's scary.
All right, I'm making it official. I'm
That's 60
sending it
goals
to the
actually,
group.
No.
yeah.
I'm just saying.
He's really good.
You didn't want to be in the middle, eh, Johnny?
No, fucking hate the middle.
Yeah, it's because all your pictures are so far.
Yeah, no, you have to.
So average.
Average a weight.
And you can't like wait a full 2 rounds.
Sucks for
between
smoke
your
breaks.
picks
That's
for smoke
for sure.
breaks. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good point. I mean, I normally just set up a bunch of documents. Just smoke the entire
Just
time.
bring out the phone with you outside.
Yeah, just bring your laptop in.
Okay.
Oh, well, if it is.
This is 6th.
Second.
So, here we are.
Did anybody like take a picture of that?
I sent it to the group chat. Yeah.
Screenshot.
So, here are the settings for our league.
Yeah, I guess we gotta decide like later moves and stuff.
Yeah, so let's see.
Values.
Type of scoring head to head. Maximum player acquisition for entire season, no maximum. Maximum trades for an entire season, no maximum. Last date to trade a player, like whatever they automatically select is fine. Auto draft pick trades. Allow draft pick trades. Yes.
Now we'll keep it.
Time players are on waivers 2 days.
Keep it to 1 day. Or
Yeah, we can do that. I'm fine with that.
what did we do last year?
2 days is default.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
It's in your rolling list.
I don't know. I mean, I'd be willing to be persuaded about that.
I mean,
it'd be
so-
nice to pick up a guy that someone dropped, and then and you get him for a game or pick him up
It's
for a
actually
game.
useful that week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like especially on like a Monday. Say somebody drops somebody on a Sunday.
Yeah. But then you'll have a lot more instances where you just like don't check. Some
Glenn,
guy
you should
goes
click on the
someone
link in
drops
the
someone
chat
and
for
then
the
gone,
live
you
stream.
didn't know he was
See what
there.
it looks like from your end.
Okay.
and then you get a chance to put the bid on.
True. Slip up for a day and you'll actually guy.
You lost with Kadri from last year or something, right?
Like who did you?
Yeah.
I believe you only have 14 subscribers, boy.
Oh, yeah. I really.
It's a work, man.
It's my
Oh, yeah.
professional account, obviously.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking at myself about from 10 seconds ago.
And are you in a small corner of the screen, or are you the full screen?
I'm in the corner of the screen.
Right now. Can you see just like the back of my head?
Yeah.
I can see
Now I
the beak
can.
of your hat.
Nice.
But in a second, he'll lean forward, like he just did.
Grab some fuzzy peaches.
Okay. So can't crust list. Can't cut list.
Can't crust.
Provider, none. We've done that before because we had such a small pool of players to work from that everybody like had their 10th guy was usually on the can't cut list from
Yeah.
Yahoo.
Yeah,
I think we should continue to not have a can't cut
that's
list.
fine with me. Why would we like what?
What are we
Why
doing?
are we letting Yahoo tell us who we can and can't
Yeah.
cut?
Precisely.
If I want to cut McDavid, let him cut
Yeah,
McDavid.
exactly.
It's to avoid collusion, but I think we're okay with that.
We're okay with collusion. It's fine.
Yeah, collusion is
As long as
random.
enough people are persuaded.
Trades reviewed by no one. or votes among league managers or
It
commissioners.
gets crazy.
No,
man.
I'm none.
Yeah, if you're dumb enough to do it, then fucking go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
After draft, make
If
all
it's
unrostered.
clearly crazy and enough people are bitching and complaining about a collusion trade, then
We can have a vote elsewhere offline. Yeah.
I guess. But
We're not gonna do it for every single one.
Yeah, if there's one that's particularly egregious, we'll all vote and
Jump up and down.
yeah, and make all kinds of complaining noises.
I'll
Especially if it's between like Glenn and Max.
Yeah. Yeah, or Jay and Jeff. Or
Panarin for Devin.
Yeah, Jay,
or me and anybody.
Jay and Jeff.
Yeah, exactly.
Add injured players directly to an injury slot. Yes. Is
Matthews for Kadri.
make league publicly viewable.
Kadri's gonna have a
whatever.
good year, man.
Yeah, well, yeah, we'll see. Yeah,
That was good last year.
Minimum
He was playing with
goalie
some incredible
appearances.
lines.
3 is fine.
Minimum goalie appearances per week. 3 is
That's
what
fine,
we
yeah.
usually have. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Allow roster changes today.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
It
Start
took me up.
start league scoring in week 1. Yep. Maximum player acquisitions per week 4.
Now we
This
had
year there's
4
going to be less people worth picking up anyways, and we had 4 last year, so I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Playoffs.
You might not even-
Number of weeks/teams in the playoffs. We can have up to 8 teams make it.
That seems like a lot.
Well, that's still 4 teams missed the playoffs.
Yeah, you could have like.
We
big
only had
Cinderella
2
story
teams
for-
miss the playoffs this year, right?
Exactly.
I think 8 is. Like,
Yeah, and then you can have 2
fine.
proper quarterfinals, and you don't have to have anybody have buys or anything gay like that.
I think you'd still get a bye for first place, wouldn't you?
If there's 8 people that make the playoffs.
Yeah, by winning the season, don't you get a bye?
You get to buy that first week. Yeah,
Don't you, Boyd?
What's that?
Here we
If
go.
you win the season, don't you get a bye the first
Last
week?
year, because we had 6
Uh,
teams.
No,
The
we had
first
8
2
teams
teams got a bye.
Yeah. So there
there's
are
only
the
8 teams.
so for 8 teams there are like 1,
Think
2,
of a bracket.
3, 4, 5,
That'd be
6
4
different
or-
options.
But there's no, so
Multiples
there
of
wouldn't
4.
be a bye.
There would be no bye.
So there we can have a 3-week playoffs,
There's 8,
which means all 8 and then 4 and then 2.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, there's no
Quarterfinals,
buys.
semifinals, finals, like the regular.
If there were
Yeah.
6 teams, then that would be weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Totally.
is what we did last
2
year.
teams
Yeah.
would get a bye, and then
Mhm.
yeah, so we,
Makes sense.
Yeah,
So-
eight's the correct.
So
number.
the only choices are: do we want our end of season playoffs to be at
Earlier?
the actual end of season, or do we
No.
want to start it earlier
We
so
wanna
that we
start
don't have all these
earlier.
rested players?
yeah,
I
we
like
want
to-
to start
As early as possible, because
Uh,
there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 week spans that we can choose from. I think maybe starting week 20, 21, 22, so there's still 2 weeks after it, or maybe the one before that.
Well,
So
it
Yeah,
says
because
here-
you know a lot of
24,
teams are going to end
25.
up like not playing guys sometimes too.
Yeah,
at the end of
and
the
that
year.
starts like, I mean,
2
it gets
weeks.
worse and worse like 2 weeks. Yeah,
2 weeks before the season.
yeah. So
normally
if we can end it 2 weeks before the end of the season, I think that would be
ideal.
Okay, so that would be
That'd be
ending
enough.
it on
Just for like benching players.
just
For
to
playoffs
rest
and
players.
stuff,
'cause
Yeah, like
they're-
you know Matthews' time
Yeah.
on the ice is all
yeah,
of a sudden
like
gonna
that's what
drop
happened
down
to me
to,
last
like,
year, right?
10
Not that
minutes
that's the
on
only
the
reason,
ice
but
for the whole week.
I was beating Kirby going at the end of the first week, and then
Players were just sitting games.
all my players just
So
sat.
the real season ends on
second week
April
for the
Again,
13th.
fuck
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So March 26th will
Okay.
end it.
Okay.
14 days, yeah.
You want to beat somebody, you got to beat them with
the full squad.
your full
Yeah,
stuff.
so
on
full strength.
everybody
Yeah.
fucking play.
For the finals, for the finals of the league to win it all, and you're only half your team
Does
plays.
this allow us to pick the IR spot yet? How many IR spots
Not
we get?
No, not yet. We'll
Not
do
yet,
that
that's
soon.
next.
Playoff tiebreaker, higher seed wins, or best regular season versus that opponent.
That's the second one.
The higher seed.
No,
The one
Or
versus
second
your-
against
head-to-head
opponent?
record against that
Yeah.
opponent.
Yep, I like that one.
Sure. Do we reseed after every round? So if your league uses a 3-week playoff setting, which ours does, playoff reseeding will adjust the second round matchup, so the highest seed team will play the lowest ranked team, rather than just having a set
two
like
separate brackets.
2 separate brackets that always remain consistent.
Yes, reseeding.
Sure.
I don't know. Sure.
Yeah, we'll
That's what it's defaulted as.
lock eliminated teams so that any team that is eliminated from the playoffs cannot make any trades or add or drop players.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't want that out.
Yeah.
Divisions, no.
No.
Roster positions. So, we decided that there would be 20 players. I believe we
Yeah.
have
Went forwards because in not positions.
9
I
forwards,
think it was 9 and 4.
4, 2 utility, 2 goalie, and so that's
3
9 plus. We had 3 goalie at one point.
No, it's crazy.
No, 2.
Oh yeah, 5 bench though. Just to make so 9 plus 4 plus 2 plus 2 plus 5. And then we have 2 injured reserves, 2 IR pluses, and 1 NA.
I don't think COVID thing is going to be a big issue.
No, not
again
this year. I don't think
like-
so. So this is pretty much as many as I would ever have it as, and that's what we had it at by the end of last year for
I don't-
injured reserves and stuff
I think we get rid of the not active spot.
entirely.
Yeah. What do you
Really?
think for?
So you just have to drop a guy if they've been suspended or something.
You can put them on IR, can't you?
No, you
No.
can't.
I think,
That's what the NA spot's for.
or isn't it?
IR
Oh, it's
for
IR
IR
plus.
guys.
You can put them on IR plus.
No, NA
think you
is
can.
specifically
Pretty sure.
not injured, but not eligible to play.
Isn't that what IR plus is? Like,
No,
the
no,
same
no.
thing,
So
basically?
no, IR is you're
Only
actually on the
says-
injured reserve in the NHL. IR plus is if you're day to day,
Just injured.
if you're slightly, you got a sprained ankle, you got COVID, you got something like that. It's a
Leave
health
the
thing.
NA spot.
NA is not health
I just
related.
don't think I ever used the NA spot.
No, it doesn't come up often. But you could have a Sidney Crosby is either taking up a roster spot or you're dropping him because he was suspended for a couple days or something like that.
Well, obviously, you're not dropping Sidney Crosby if he's just.
Yeah, you'll just make him take a roster spot. But like that's the decision that we can make here.
Leave NA. in
Just
there.
one NA spot. Do we need 2? Do we need
Need some sock put on your butt?
2
Yeah.
IRs and 2 IR pluses?
1 IR and 2 IR pluses.
1 IR.
That's pretty skimpy on the guy. One IR.
Is it?
How about how many waiver wire
We
ads
could
are we
have
going to
two,
get?
like,
studs.
We have 4.
A week or
A week. Yeah.
Well,
Like
then
everybody
they're
that's
under IR and
everybody
IR
that's
plus.
actually injured goes on to the injured list, and then there, you could have someone who's out for 2 weeks, and then
Probably-
someone who's out for a month and a half.
I don't know.
You're gonna drop-
I've had day
one
to
of
day
them.
guys for like
Oh,
a week.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, like,
They're IR plus.
yeah.
So
But
that
you can
counts.
also put somebody on the IR plus.
Yes, you can.
Right.
So it would make more sense to have more IR pluses than IRs.
no, I'm fine. I need to know. I'd rather avoid Walmart.
Okay.
And we can change this partway through if we start feeling like it's unfair.
That'd be better.
I know. Well, yeah.
You
I
go
mean,
3
it's fair.
IR
It's
plus,
the same for everybody.
Yeah,
so it's
yeah.
fair regardless.
Okay. So 9 plus 4 is 13, plus 2 is 15, plus 2 is 17. Is that right?
No, we need one more defenseman.
And then
Or
bench,
utility.
and
what
then
Emily want?
bench
Sure,
5
sure.
to 22.
I don't
Oh.
need anything.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
So 22.
Probably bring him.
I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Or is that 21? Hold on.
22.
Is it? Okay. 2 plus 2 is 4. Plus 4 is 8. 8 plus 9 is 17. Plus 5 is 22. Okay. Yeah. Scoring.
Same as last week.
No, no, no.
No, we
We've
have
made
changes.
changes.
Oh, I mean,
Stupid
I thought
Jason.
1, 1, 1, 1, 1, like a big
Well, yeah.
Well,
So
it doesn't
we
matter.
are
I
adding
mean, it's a category, so
game-winning
There's no value on it.
goals, and we're removing
no
plus
weights or
minus.
anything.
Right? That was it. Just
Uh,
remove
yes.
plus minus, add game-winning goals.
Yes.
Cool.
Correct.
Schedules. Finalize the team list. Okay. I won't make any schedules until everybody's signed up. Keeper intro. Tools and support your keeper league. So this draft is going to be a live standard draft.
Snake, obviously.
Mm-hmm. And we can select a date and time.
Yes. Let's do
So we want to do it within the next week or two,
it.
yeah,
When's the first game on the season?
7th.
The 7th.
of October.
Okay.
So we can do it near the end of September, just so everything's kind of flushed out
28th or
Yeah.
29th?
on a weekday on the evening.
Yeah. 29th, so that gives people at least 2 weeks to kind of get their shit cleared out.
Sorry, when are we doing the draft?
That's what we're deciding.
Okay.
Yeah.
When are you
You're,
flying?
you're part of this.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
a vote.
Yeah.
You can
Do
vote.
you have your schedule for your...
I don't have an October schedule, but I'll be
No, but
off
do you-
Friday, Saturday.
What about for the rest of September, though?
the rest of September?
So you're thinking
Friday, Saturday,
Either
Sundays
the
off.
29th or
Would you
the
rather do
30th?
a Sunday
So-
afternoon, like Sunday night plan instead of
Let's see here.
Sunday night might be fine.
yeah.
Yep.
Brendan was
Sunday-
saying
any
weekends
Sunday-
are kind of booked for him.
Brandon was
Brendan was.
What about weekdays for you, Glenn?
Friday.
Next, let's say the last week of September.
The 30th?
The 30th I couldn't do, but I could do the I could do Wednesday the 28th. Wednesday
Okay.
night.
Let's book
Yeah,
the 28th.
That's fine. 2 weeks from now. 2
Yeah.
weeks from tomorrow.
Too late
Yeah,
for
Wednesday
today.
night.
What,
No problem.
what time would we do it? Like 7 or something? Yeah.
Well,
We
keep
do
in
it
mind,
later
Kirby's got
at
West
7.
Coast time.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like,
So
eight-
it should be after 8. Like it should be
8:30.
7:30 or later.
Yeah.
Make it 8.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
we have to accommodate.
Yeah.
8 p.m. on Wednesday.
I feel like Wednesday, like most people should be home on a Wednesday.
Brendan was saying
The
that
only thing with
he
Kirby is
he has to drive, like,
right? So he's
from
it's
the
only,
city
it's
to
only
Bowman
5
and
o'clock
all
for
fucked
here.
up,
It's
but
like,
hopefully
whatever,
he can
6 o'clock.
figure it out. He's got 2
but at
weeks to
8
figure
o'clock,
it out.
Yeah, yeah.
she could be
Yeah.
able to make it.
It's 2 hours there, I think, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's 2 hours to
Yeah,
Alberta.
yeah. So it'd be 6 there. It'd be, should, like, fucking figure it out. Be free by 6.
Yeah. Just hopefully no one's having a heart attack or
Yeah.
something. You have to get a call.
Well, he doesn't even do that shit anymore.
No, that's
He's
right.
supervisor.
He doesn't. He's in
He
the
just
office.
sends other people to do it.
Yeah.
Keeper declaration deadline cannot be set later than your live draft date. Change this date or disable keeper league management tools. Well, we're not a keeper league from last year. Disable keeper league management tools for now.
Yeah.
You're a big slobbering dog.
Oh yeah.
We should get that at the same street. Alright.
I saw some chips.
Oh yeah, bring them out.
Bring them out, bring them
Chaps.
bring them out.
Chaps.
Probably still a fair bit of pizza on there, too.
You big doggy, aren't you? You big dog, you're not outside barking all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. The new Zelda.
He gets excited.
The new Zelda job.
Yeah, what's it called?
Yeah, it's called Tears of something.
The Kingdom.
Tears of Kingdom.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm fucking stoked. It's
Yeah,
like Breath of the
that's
Wild
gonna be
2, but they changed the name. Yeah.
Did you see that they delayed the announcement of that because of the Queen dying?
Oh really?
Yeah.
Really?
Fair enough.
Well, the Tears of the Kingdom and the
Oh,
Queen
yeah.
just died. Like,
I guess that's insensitive if you care about that.
She the
kind of
Queen of Japan? What?
thing. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Man, drop 6th.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
I'm last.
Yeah,
Don't
it
be a
does
bitch
suck.
and-
You'd almost rather be last.
Yeah, I'd rather be last than
Maybe
6th.
you can play twice in a row.
Uh-huh.
You know, you can get a goalie and a defenseman or whatever, you know. Or fight.
Cam is like barely able to control his grin from his second place draft position.
I never got time in a hockey program. I was actually pretty excited about it. Not gonna lie.
I can tell.
Yeah.
If you weren't wearing such thick pants, your boner would be fucking
You're right.
Contained.
yeah.
You're absolutely
Pick
right.
up McKinnon.
It's right up underneath.
I'd rather go Matthews.
Yeah.
Remember how much shit you guys gave me
I
for
know,
picking
you-
up Matthews in the first fucking pool? And you guys razzed the fuck out of me, and I was like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah,
Well, and it worked because you didn't
Yeah.
pick him up the next draft.
No, I
Who's
picked up
laughing
McKinnon,
now,
and then
Jay?
you razzed me for picking up McKinnon. It didn't matter who I picked up. I figured that out. I was getting shit on you regardless.
So then you settled on Barkov finally and
Yeah.
stuck with it.
No, Barkov, I'm picking him up this year. Watch, he'll be my third or second, or he'll be my second round pick. I fucking love that guy.
Yeah, you get him every year.
Yeah, one way or another, I'm picking up Barkov. I'll fight you for Barkov.
Hopefully I can pick him just because.
I'm gonna take him first.
Alright, once those
That's fine.
4 new guys register for the league, luckily we don't have to wait for Kirby or anything like that anymore, because he's pre-registered.
Okay.
Once those 4 guys register, we can set the official draft order in there, and I can set up some scheduling tweaks so that there's something called Rivalry Week
Oh.
halfway through the season where I just pick one week where I think they're all the best rivalries, and it'll readjust the rest of the season accordingly around that. So there's just one fun week.
Alright.
I don't know who rivals are.
Do you
Maybe
get more
John and
points?
Jason. No, I don't think so.
No?
Or
Okay.
Jason and Jeff, maybe.
Oh yeah,
God, I
me
hope
against
so.
myself.
What determines the rivalry? Is that you?
Yeah, we can just pick them
Okay.
based on like
I like the
yeah,
idea of that.
whatever we want. I got pissed.
Is that's pretty much sums it up then, eh, boys?
Yeah, pretty much.
it, I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we covered all the
Yeah.
We decided all the things.
You guys
that we
wanna-
needed to
play
do.
office work.
Play some darts or something like that before we head out. And
I gotta
Okay,
hit the
peace.
road
Yeah.
myself.
No worries.
Because I gotta get up early. But
All good, but yeah, I'm gonna have a piss.
I'll play darts.
Sure.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or
I got up at 3 this morning.
or just smoke a smoke.
really
Hang
fucking
and stand
tired.
outside and smoke
Wow,
more things.
boy.
Where'd you have to go?
Fort Lauderdale and back, but it was a 6:30 a.m. departure, so it's just. So I was home by. Well, I landed at 20 to 2 this afternoon. But like that.
Quick rip, eh?
Yeah, but just such an early start that I'm fucking exhausted.
Yeah.
Have to get up at
My
5.
girlfriend's going
Did
to
you go and get an
Austin
app?
tomorrow.
Your girlfriend's going to Boston? tomorrow?
Austin.
Oh, Austin. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
same with my.
She has to be at the airport for 3 a.m.
Is
What's going on
Is
in
that for
Austin?
that Pioneer bullshit she was
No,
telling me
no,
about?
it's dispatcher party.
Oh, that was in
Oh,
that was in
okay,
New York.
yeah.
wasn't it?
His
Yeah.
or wife, soon to be wife's.
That'll be
bachelorette.
fun.
Right.
Austin,
Yeah.
Texas.
Yeah.
That's
Go
kind of
see some country music.
I
something?
don't think that'll be.
Jim doesn't like country music.
No.
Yeah, I'm surprised you picked Austin.
Why'd you go
to be
to
honest.
Texas
I
then?
don't fucking know.
Yeah. I heard that and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, Austin.
I would have thought
Austin,
you
yeah.
would go to like LA or something.
Who,
Or
who else
Europe,
is going
somewhere
on
in
that
Europe.
trip, do you
There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jay?
There's a dozen.
Love of them.
know? Really, eh?
Yeah, there's a whack.
For Vegas.
Anyone else from the local crowd that we know?
I don't think so. Is Carly going?
I don't know.
Maybe
I
Carly.
don't know. I don't know the final.
Whose
No.
boat was
Hey,
she on the
uh,
other day? I saw that
Does
status.
so one
She
of
was on like a
her
sailboat.
bridesmaids is
I don't know, I
her
didn't
last
know she
name
was
is
on a
Lamb.
boat.
She's Asian.
Yeah.
She have a
Jill Lamb?
boyfriend now?
Does she have a sister named Joanne?
Lives out in the middle of like Buffalo.
No idea.
Really?
Yeah.
Carly
that's
Lamb?
Joanne Lamb.
She's their
I remember her.
Why?
Well,
Oh, in like
Because she was
Ridgetown or
Yeah,
my
Ridgetown.
roommate in
Yeah,
Guelph's
she lives in Ridgetown.
sister.
Really?
Yeah,
I
she
don't-
needed to get out of
I
the city
think-
because she wanted to save money and just kind
She
of
met Jill in university.
I see.
So
In Kingston.
I think she's done a good job of
So,
the latter,
I have
but
no
don't know
idea
how
where
much
she's
money
from.
saved.
I see.
Yeah, I don't know where Joanne was from.
Yeah.
She's
I
trying
just know
her
she went
best.
to
Looks like she lost a
Uh-huh.
bunch of weight.
Yeah, she
Oh,
did
yeah,
a
she looks
body
good.
fat.
She actually looks good.